I must admit, I was nervous, but don't worry, out here on this crappy front lawn, we are seeing some positive signs of growth. G'day and welcome to a new video. Yep, out here on this front lawn, we are 9 days post scalp and scarify here and here. We are 7 days post scalp and scarify here and here. And on the nature strip, 9 days post scalp, scarify and top dress. And just look at that beautiful, lush, healthy, green growth, not being smothered by that dead crap that was there. Right here, had some motorbikes, I think it was last Friday night, last Saturday night, something like that. So I've had to top dress a strip there, which is awfully frustrating. But this nature strip has impressed me by far the most out of this entire front lawn because it has always been terrible. But the amount of healthy, lush green growth here is very, very, very encouraging. So you can see this hose tucked away behind me here. I have got a manual watering system going on out here and I've got it down to a pretty fine science of how I get out and water. I've just been going once a day because it is annoying, manually watering, and so many different moving parts with these 5 awkwardly shaped sections. It's not a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to remodeling this front yard, whether it's next year or in 5 years. It's going to be good. But yeah, just once a day watering. It's been a pretty nice week of temperatures, and the next coming week where we'll be moving into April is really, really nice, and I'm really encouraged by how things are looking, how it's growing and how it's repairing. I've got a couple of things to do out here today. First of all, I really need to tidy up these edges because they are frustrating me, and then I need to get the first mow done. So let's get into that.
We get down to the beat, y'all. We get down, down to the beat, y'all. We get down to the beat, y'all. It's like we're not going anywhere. Maybe it's because there's something in the air. And I don't even care, no, I don't even care anymore. It's like we're losing all track of time. I just got one thing on my mind. Baby, one day I'm hoping that you will be mine. Turn my life around. So where do we go when everything feels like it just stays the same? Where do we go from here when everything is said and done? Oh, this is what we do. We get down to the beat, y'all. We get down, down to the beat, y'all. Let's get down. We get down to the beat, y'all. Yeah, it's like I'm stuck in this mystic cloud, waiting for something I can't get out.
Well, I had the mulching plug in there, cutting at about 30 millimeters or something like that. The blades on that Ryobi mower are nice and sharp because I used it on my back lawn first mow a couple of weeks ago. And yeah, just looks a lot nicer when it's tidy like this. This is going to be nicer to come home to for sure, even if it's still filling in. It definitely looks better from a little bit further away, but we'll get there. And now, unfortunately, I've got a little issue to address, which is this leftover sand here. It's been sitting in my driveway. So I ordered 7 cubic meters prior to my back lawn renovation, and I'm pretty confident I used pretty close to 5, which was what I was wanting to do out there. I've since then used a couple of carts worth during mows to touch up little spots. When I did my project patch renovation, which was the last video that I posted, it's 120 or so square meters there, and I went pretty heavy. So I'm pretty confident there I've used a bit over a cube. On my front yard, on my nature strip where I top dressed it, it's about 50 square meters, and I probably used a bit under half a cube there. So anyway, I had a bit extra left over, so that's okay, I guess. I'm gonna flick some out now onto these sections of the front yard, and yeah, it's not ideal. I don't really want to be doing it, but the next week of weather is still looking really nice. It was only 2 weeks ago we had 3 days in a row of 38 degrees, so soil temperatures are still good. I feel like if ever something was going to jeopardize this crappy yard from regenerating, it'll be this little bit of a top dress, but filled up the kids' sand pit. It's full to the brim. And yeah, I need to do something with it. So may as well. There's a couple of little bumps from where I've been pulling out paspalum and things like that. So, oh well.
Baby, one day I'm hoping that you will be mine. Turn my life around. So where do we go when everything feels like it just stays the same? Where do we go from here when everything is said and done? This is what we do. We get down to the beat, y'all. We get down to the beat, y'all. Let's get down. We get down to the beat, y'all. Yeah, it's like I'm stuck in this mystic cloud, waiting for something I can't get out. And I don't.
Isn't that cool how once it's done and rubbed in, it just makes such a big difference to, I don't know, almost looks like nothing was even done. But yeah, probably a little bit more sand was on that pile than I thought. Kids' sandpit is now absolutely bursting at the brim, so they'll be happy with that. But yeah, not much more, you know, just adding a little bit here and there to make it really worth it. For future reference, this is a good level, you know, to top dress your lawn. If you just want to do a light top dress, you can't maybe afford 1 cubic meter per 100 square meters. You might just order half a cube per 100 square meters, go quite light, but those spots that you know in your lawn, because they frustrate you every single time you mow, go straight to those spots first, put a good amount there, make sure that problem area is sorted out, then top dress this heavily on the rest of it is a good way to go. And now when you're watching this video, it's too late to do this to your lawn, really, unless you're super confident in your lawn care practices. Maybe if you're a bit further north, Sydney, Queensland, you've got a longer growing window than we do here in Victoria. More so for my Victorian friends, something to keep in the memory bank and to be looking at for next spring. So I'll finish off a little bit of leveling here and getting rid of this last cart, and probably gonna have to put some on the nature strip, which again, this bit of top dressing, it's not ideal, but got to make the most of this material that I've got here, and then we'll get out the back and do a super important application that's actually overdue. So yeah, looking forward to getting that out. Out on the back lawn here, we are exactly 3 weeks post renovation today. So I've just cut it. I think this was the second time I've cut it at 12 mil. So I just did a single cut straight up and down. And when you're mowing with a cylinder mower, the idea is to mow down your light stripes to redefine those lightly colored stripes. But today I went down the dark stripes just because that grass is folded over. So by coming back along the dark stripes, I'm kind of standing that grass back up and trying to kind of reverse that pattern to, instead of rolling over that way, stand back up a bit straighter. So that's the idea behind it anyway. So it's probably helping with a nice clean cut, but also what I want to set up for it now that we're at, you know, there's little tiny bits of sand here. I'm almost back to my normal watering schedule, but I want to try a pattern now and try and work that in. So reset the pattern today, going straight up and down, and then I'll do some doubles, maybe some single doubles or something like that, straight up and down, and then either turn them into checkers or into diamonds. So yeah, anyway, that's the theory behind that. Now what I need to apply is this here, which is Spartan pre-emergent herbicide. So what this is going to do is prevent weeds for about the next 6 months or so. So this is going to prevent predominantly the main weeds I'm interested in, winter grass and paspalum. I need to use a higher rate next spring for paspalum, and yeah, also getting control of things like crabgrass, all of your clover, your broadleaf stuff. So anything that bow and arrow will kill, it's going to be fine for all of that. Kentucky bluegrass, weed, things like that. And this is safe to be used on all grass types. The active ingredient prodiamine is the same one that all the American guys are using on their ryegrass and stuff like that. So this isn't actually registered for cool season grasses, I should say that actually. But yeah, the active is the exact same as what you're gonna see other guys out there using on their ryes and their fescues and all that sort of stuff. So I think bent grass putting greens is the only thing you can't use this on. So I'll whack on my recommended PPE from the label as best as I can and get this sprayed out on the lawn. What a bloody perfect day this is. Barely a breath of wind, sunny, early 20 degrees. Beautiful time of year. So Spartan will inhibit any seeding work you plan to do. If you want to overseed your lawn for any reason, do not use a pre-emergent. It will create a barrier in the soil of stopping new weeds from germinating, and that also goes for seed. It also goes for if you're trying to sprig turf, also if you're laying turf. So that root system needs to be established in the ground. The lawn needs to be healthy before you can start a pre-emergent program. Now, it needs to be watered in, but within 7 days, which is one fantastic thing about Spartan. So I watered this morning. My next watering cycle is in 2 days. So that's when this product is gonna get watered in. That's something about it that makes it a really flexible, easy herbicide to use. And look, to be honest, with Spartan, you prevent all of the weeds, well, pretty much all of the weeds. And so spraying this twice a year, being careful with some protective equipment, getting it out twice a year. You really only have to kill weeds then once or twice, depending on what you've got. And then from then on, just prevent them. So yeah, for me, it's a super important part of a lawn care program if you are looking to maintain a really nice green, weed-free lawn. I feel like there was something else I wanted to mention. So if there was, I'll put text on the screen or something as the video disappears if I remember it later on. But yeah, thank you for watching this one, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers. So out on the back lawn here, we are 3 days, exactly 3 days. Out on the back lawn here, we are exactly 3 weeks post renovation.